Howdy everyone, your Pat Ral, here with another vlog. So earlier at the start of the year, I made a vlog saying that I started watching through Yu-Gi-Oh! ZEXAL. And today, I just finished watching through the series. I finished watching through all 146 episodes of the series. Because I was watching an episode a day and I started right on the very start of the year, so yeah. So I might as well give my thoughts on Yu-Gi-Oh! ZEXAL because it was my first time watching through it. I'm also watching through Yu-Gi-Oh! GX again because I've seen it before, but I just really like Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, but that's not what this is about. This is about ZEXAL. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! ZEXAL is a series that I've heard for quite a while from others that it's not a good series, and I will say right off the bat that I do think out of all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series that I've seen, it's probably the weakest. I haven't seen all of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. I've seen nearly all of them. I've seen the original Duel Monsters, GX, 5Ds, now ZEXAL, Vrains, and I'm currently watching through Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s. I've also seen the original Toei anime, although I never finished it, I don't think. Came close. So I might just rewatch through that. But out of like the Duel Monsters anime series that I've seen nearly all of them. The only one I haven't seen is Arc V, Arc 5, I don't know. I'll probably start that later on this year, but Yu-Gi-Oh! ZEXAL, I really liked a lot. Again, I think it is the weakest of the series, but I don't think it was as bad as some people were saying. Of course, there's some instances where I wasn't really a fan of them. I could see why some people don't like the whole Shining Draw thing, but really it's just a fancy name for people top decking in the anime, which happens a lot in any Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, especially in GX. But it's just giving a name to this because, whatever. Although, there was one instance in the Shining Draw that was pretty much a Deus Ex Machina. But, yeah. As for the characters, they're all pretty likable, except for the main female lead. I was watching through it subbed, so her name is Kotori. I think her dub name is Tori, but wasn't really a fan of her. I consider her a worse version of Taya Gardner from the original Duel Monsters series, and I already didn't like her, so yeah. But other than that, like, I liked pretty much all the characters. I liked everyone in Tron's family, 3, 4, V. I don't know why they were using like Roman numerals for their names or whatever, because they had actual names. But 3 especially I liked. And then the Barian Emperors. Also, I'm going to be giving a little bit spoilers for this, but some of the Barian Emperors I really liked, especially Vector. Vector was definitely one of my favorite characters in ZEXAL, just because out of all of the villains in all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, he was probably one of the more enjoyable ones to watch. Even like the final antagonist of ZEXAL wasn't as entertaining as Vector, in my opinion, at least. And then there's the whole relationship between Yuma and Astral, which is basically a parallel to Yugi and the Pharaoh's relationship from the original Duel Monsters. So there's that, and I feel like they handled that pretty well. A lot of references to the original Duel Monsters, which I don't think is a bad thing, but the series, or ZEXAL itself, is good enough to stand on its own. One other complaint, though, that I do have with Yuma is all he uses is Utopia. Like, he has, like, throughout the series, he ends up collecting a wide variety of other Xyz monsters that are part of the number archetype, and he barely uses anything except for Utopia, except for like other, like very rare instances where he uses other number monsters, but for the most part it's just Utopia in its evolved forms. So also, I don't think his deck was really interesting, like the whole go go go, ga ga ga, and do do do. I think that's known as the onomatopoeia archetype, but wasn't really interested in that compared to other archetypes that the other main characters have used. Like, for example, I really like Jaden's Elemental Heroes, or Yusei's Synchron based monsters. But Yuma's deck didn't really interest me. Although one thing I do like about Yuma, especially as a character, is that early on in the series he loses quite a bit, especially compared to other main characters where they win frequently. Yusei is a good example who wins every on-screen duel in the series, and his only loss is one that happened in a flashback off-screen. So, yeah, Yuma loses, but gradually improves throughout the series, which is one thing I really, really like. So, yeah. As for other characters, though, there's Shark, Kaito, or I think his dub name is Kite. I like them a lot as well. And yeah, and the story was pretty decent as far as Yu-Gi-Oh! Stories go. But again, I just really enjoyed ZEXAL more than I thought I would. Again, I did say this before, but I do think it's, out of all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series I've seen, to me at least, it's probably the weakest, but one that I really enjoyed a lot. Also, the first opening for it really, really grew on me. At first, I didn't really like the first Japanese opening for ZEXAL, but as I watched through the first half of ZEXAL when it was being used, I just grew to really like it. The other openings and endings were alright, but the first one really stood out to me. Anyways, that's really gonna be it. Just talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! At some point, I'm gonna be starting Arc V, Arc 5, whatever it's called, but maybe later on this year. And then I'll probably give my thoughts on that. But I'm gonna refresh myself on the Toei anime, just because I did start that and I got like 3/4 of the way through and never finished it. All I remember, besides like the first few episodes, is the Yo-Yo episode. Anyways, that's getting a bit off topic, but I'm just gonna end off this vlog. So, thank you all so much for watching, and see you all next time for another one. Later.